We welcome you back to indoor soccer. 12 years ago today, Carli Lloyd and the U.S. women's national team in those gold jerseys took on Canada in the 2008 CONCACAF Olympic qualifying championship match down in Juarez, Mexico. 1-1 in overtime. Yeah, they had overtime goals, went to penalty kicks. And our guest right now, Heather O'Reilly, scored what turned out to be the winning penalty kick. Heather O'Reilly has won at the NCAA level, the Olympic level, the World Cup level. And now she's winning at the mother level as well. A pregnant Heather O'Reilly joins us right now. Hey, so great to see you. Hopefully there'll be an Emmy next to your baby in the next couple of months.
No, I love the hardware, Rob.
Who doesn't? Let's start talking about the U.S. women's national team first, and the change of the Olympic calendar, pushing it a year back. How do you see that impacting players like Alex Morgan, Carli Lloyd, et cetera?
You know, it's a positive and a negative in a lot of ways. I think USWNT, new manager for the U.S. team, obviously has a longer runway now to prepare for a new job, to be honest. And in the history of women's football, there has not been a team to go back-to-back winning a World Cup and then the Olympics just 1 year later. So I'm thinking that this is the exact change of calendar that the U.S. team needs to maybe get a complete regroup, give Vlatko a little bit more time with his players. On the flip side this is a very old squad with the U.S. team. Some might say experienced.
Carli Lloyd will be 38 next summer. Is that too old for her?
Well, as we know, Carli Lloyd thrives on adversity. So you throw in another wrinkle of something that people are talking about, and it's probably actually going to be a benefit for her. She's, of course, spinning it to, you know, this is another year for me to be fitter, more cerebral in my play. And I think that she's a fighter. She's a grafter, and she'll be there on that squad. Whether or not she's as sharp as she wants to be, you know, time will tell. I think that Alex Morgan has to be pretty happy about this change of calendar, allowing her to recover properly from giving birth and having an opportunity to fit into that squad. But it's going to change for a lot of people. There'll be some injuries picked up over the next year that maybe weren't there right now. And so for those people, it'll be a massive disappointment. There might be some younger players that make a last minute push, like myself in 2004, that, you know, I was clearly the last one chosen and I think made that Olympic team pretty much in the last month of selection ability. So there will be some wrinkles. I think that this squad that was very already decided and pretty secure might get a little bit of shakeup. But like I said, I think that maybe it'll be just the thing that allows them to win back-to-back titles.
I know you keep in touch with a lot of the players on the U.S. women's national team. How are they coping mentally, physically with the continued legal wranglings that's going on with U.S. soccer?
Well, to be honest, Rob, I mean, for the U.S. team, it's nothing new. I mean, there's been for decades now, there always seems to be a pull and a push with the federation and contract negotiations. So I think that the players have a way to just sort of stay focused just on their craft. To be honest, the language from that document a few weeks ago was really hurtful. I know, to those players, to, you know, alumni of the program or former players, that hurt a lot. That, you know, we can talk about numbers, but to be talking about responsibility and what it means to wear the crest, I think that was a painful experience, and one that Cindy Parlow-Cone will have to, you know, smooth over early days. But I think that the women have shown that they, again, similar to Carli Lloyd, you throw more adversity at the U.S. team and they seem to rise above it all and actually perform better. So I know they have a lot of people in their corner now. They feel very supported, and they feel like they're fighting a fight that's bigger than just themselves.
You're currently an assistant at your alma mater, the University of North Carolina, legendary head coach Anson Dorrance. How are you guys handling this brave new world and looking forward, hopefully, to the fall soccer season?
It's been an interesting one for us and for professional, you know, leagues out there. I think for college soccer, to be honest, because the spring season is a little bit more mellow anyways, it's not affecting us as much as it might affect, you know, a sport that was supposed to be played right now in the spring. I really feel for a lot of athletes that maybe they end their athletic career without any closure. And I know the NCAA is allowing spring athletes to get another year. But for some, that might not be the best decision for their personal life. So, some athletes out there just kind of had their last training session and had their last game and didn't even know it. And for, a lot of people that spend 15 years, 20 years doing the sport that they love, to not get closure, I think is really difficult for people. But for us at UNC, we're sending out programs to the players. There's actually a lot of rules around that they can't actually tell you what they're doing, and you can't monitor them because of, hours of NCAA work and things like that. So to be honest, it's really leaving a lot up to these 18, 19, 20-year-olds to train on their own, to show resilience, and to come prepared come the fall season. We hope it kicks off in August, preseason. That's what we're planning for, certainly. I know that a lot of teams and campuses across the country are closed for the summer, so no summer camps, things like that. You're not allowed on campus, but we're still planning on preseason kicking off in August.
Hey, great to see you again. Thanks for joining us. Take care of yourself, and most importantly, take care of that belly, and also take care of that painting right over your right shoulder too. It's a beautiful, beautiful portrait. Heyo.
It was a gift, Rob.
Sure it was. Sure it was.
Thanks, Rob. Nice to see you again.
For the best soccer content anywhere on the internet, follow Fox Soccer on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.